Morning from the allotment. It's very early actually. This is probably the earliest I've ever been down here. I was out at work at 4 o'clock. Had to do a quick job 20-30 miles away while it was quiet. And I've called straight back into the allotment. So we're looking at around 5:15. But I've been in. You've caught up to me now where I've just finished planting the new tomatoes in the new raised bed. But what I want to do today is just take you around the allotment and just show you how things have come on. I'm really pleased with everything. So fingers crossed the season continues as it has. But I'll just clear these bits of things up and I'll take you around. So there we go, as I say, that's the new bed planted up. Right down in that corner there I've got a cucumber, and then the rest of the tomatoes given to me by a plot neighbour. I forgot the variety, but I'll find that out for you and let you know at a later date. And then down in the corner there's another cucumber. Just spinning you around to the outside. Remember the compost transfusion? Well, I'll be totally honest with you, I think it's worked. I think those plants look so much healthier now, and we've even got a really nice ripe juicy tomato on that. So I think that works. I think the compost was just infertile. It had no nutrients in it whatsoever, and just by giving it that boost everything's picked up. Even the smaller bush ones have turned nice and green now and look far more healthier. Right, let's get across to the chilies. But before we do that, every single bag that I've planted of the potatoes have come through. I've got 32 bags in total, so I'm really pleased with that. Let's get across into the greenhouse. First thing I'd like to show you is this cucumber. There we go. It's the first one of the season. And the lavateria there, I must have dropped a seed. So when we come into the sweet peppers and the chilies, all doing really well. Still not ready to be potted on. I've looked at the root balls, they've not filled those pots yet, so I'm not going to disturb them. I have got the compost on standby ready to go, and as you can see, all the garlics dried really well. Let's get out onto the plot. There we go, more outdoor tomatoes that have really kicked on now. I've got a little bit of weeding around those, but they're doing nice. The leeks have jumped on, so I'm happy there. And remember the beds that I put the brassicas out for the pigeons, the cabbage whites? Well, within a day and a half they had gone completely, and I don't think the cabbage whites saw much of that. So there we go. I said I was going to do it, and I did. More tomatoes there, looking really healthy. These sat for a while feeling sorry for themselves, looking sort of a bit withered and a bit purpley on the leaf edges, but now they've got the roots down, they're ready to go. Now that's a success story. My Ailsa Craigs. If you look back about 3, 4, 5 videos when I first put those in the ground, they just sort of fell to their knees and it looked as though they'd give up the ghost, but they've really come on. Same with the other bed over there. This brassica cage here with 3 sprouts in at the end here, and then I've got some kale, and then we've got some snowball turnips there, all looking nice and healthy. There's the rest of the Ailsa Craigs. And if we have a look up here now as we go down, these are the lavateria and cosmos that I've planted on the edge of the beds. So I've got a lane here, both sides planted, and a lane just further on the other side. It just adds a little bit of colour, and I notice the numerous amount of bees on the plot now. So I think that's something that I'm going to do every year. The beans are looking well. This bed of sweet corn's looking well. Do you remember how the sweet corn was really lime green when it first went in? It's greened up tremendously now, and it's started to put on a flower. You know. So I'm pleased with that. We've got a second bed of sweet corn. The courgettes are all now doing superbly well. The potatoes, now they're waist high. They're waist high. And as you can see, down this edge again and down this side, we've got some cosmos. But yes, waist high are those potatoes. The salad station looks superbly healthy. I'm going to have to start offering some lettuce out to some of my neighbours, as I do. One of the cucumbers there in the planting pods, just about now reaching out for the fence, so hopefully once it grabs hold it'll be away. More potatoes in bags, and the brassica tunnel is looking superb. Just a little bit of weeding to do in here, but the cauliflowers are looking okay. We've got the red ladera at the back, the huge ones, and just look at this Savoy. These are just going to be tremendous specimens. What I do is I go around and any lower leaves that are hanging on the floor, I take them off, and I just try and prevent any sort of pest and disease in here. But at this moment in time, it's looking fantastic. Back out of the tunnel, and here are my Japanese onions that I've started to crop now, and I'm going to be taking quite a few of those out shortly, because they are going to flower, and I don't want any onion rot setting in on those. So this weekend I'm going to set some. Again, the potatoes doing well. Remember the grandson's Freddy's potatoes there? He'll be really pleased when he comes back down. Carrots doing really, really well. Let's just have a look. Pull a little one out. There we go. That's a little one. A carrot a day keeps the doctor away. I'll be having that before I go to work this morning. And again, the potatoes are doing really well. Right, let's have a quick look on the bottom plot. Before we do that, sunflowers. There's a story behind these sunflowers. I've got a sunflower for each grandchild there, and there's 9 there, and I'm pleased to say that number's now incorrect, because we have number 10, and we welcome to the world my latest grandson, Sonny Malcolm Padmore. Welcome, son. Can't wait to get you down to the plot. We're at the bottom end of the plot now. Guess what? More tomatoes. The broad beans have done well, which I never supported. Got some nice chard there. Guess what? More tomatoes around this beautiful dahlia, which when that's in flower is a good metre high and makes for a good show. Pumpkins are doing well down there. Don't know what's happened to my nectarine pillar fruit tree, but that has been decimated by some kind of disease. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to find out. Over here we've got some squash that are now getting the feet down, ready to jump onto the fence. Strawberries, I'm not expecting too much from these, because I did leave them in the pot for quite a while, so Might get the odd one or two off them, but next year they should be good. Some more broad beans there. Stir and onions on this bottom side, and we've got a courgette in the centre and some more squash in those beds there. Parsnips doing really, really well. One of my favourite veg, I've got to say. A couple more squash in there. The dahlias are just starting to flower. A couple over there. These sweet corn that have been interplanted with the dahlias are doing well. The lupin, fantastic lupin right at the beginning of the season that I showed you has been decimated by black fly. Totally has, and it's jumped straight on to the next one. But I'm hoping we get a few more of those guys in to help deal with the problem next year. A couple more dahlias out over there. Done nothing with these beds just yet. I'm going to get some beetroot and do a little bit of sowing of other stuff, which I'll keep you posted on. Right guys, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed that tour. Today is Tuesday morning, so I'll see you at the weekend. Thanks for watching and happy growing.